All right, guys, I'm back here on Soak It Up. My name is Maria Zepeda, and today I have a very special guest. Her name is Grace Elizabeth Hale. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
So excited to have you here today. I know I've been wanting to have you on here for quite a while. Grace and I, we both attend class together online over Zoom. We attend the Active Actors class, so that's where I met you, and you're 14 now.
Yes.
So exciting. How was your birthday?
It was very fun. I got to hang out with my grandparents.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, this is going to be super exciting. I'm just going to ask you some questions, get to know you a little better. So, you've been into acting for quite a while now. What got you interested in that?
Well, funny enough, I watched this kid show when I was younger, and the main girl did acting, and I thought that was just the coolest thing ever, and that's what got me into it, and I ended up loving it.
Wow, that's awesome. How old were you?
I think I was 8.
Oh, that's so young. Did you start pursuing acting right then, or was it something that took a little while for you to really decide, that's what I want to do?
Well, after begging my parents for a little while, I ended up going and doing some of the conventions and things like that, and that really got me into it, and it all kind of it worked and fit into place.
Yeah, that's kind of how I got into acting a little bit was watching television and stuff when I was younger. So yeah, and you're about to go into high school now, right?
Yes, I am. I'm starting in just like 2 weeks.
Wow, that's so soon. That's exciting though. Are you excited?
I am really excited.
That's awesome. I know from different things you said in the past, you're very active in school. What are you like most looking forward to starting out the school year?
I'm most looking forward to choir because that's always been my favorite. And the high school I'm going to has a whole bunch of very fancy elite choirs that I'm hoping to audition for. So
That's really exciting. What is like one of the highlights of your past summer?
probably getting to hang out with my cousins. I have two little cousins. They're 8 and 9 years old, and so they're just adorable, and we have a blast hanging out together.
Oh, that's so cute. Are they, do you babysit them or do they live close to you or?
They live a couple of blocks away, and I do babysit them pretty frequently.
Oh, that's awesome. I have 8 nieces and nephews, which is crazy,
Wow.
but yeah. So I'm definitely used to being like around a ton of little kids. It's so cute and getting to like watch them and stuff. I love it. Um, so yeah, so you've been performing for a little while that now. So what would you say is like one of your favorite parts of performing?
One of my favorite parts of performing is probably immersing myself in the character and then just portraying that because I'm no longer Grace Hale. I am now Elizabeth Sutton or whatever character.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. I really love that, getting into different characters and being able to like not be yourself for a little while. It's pretty cool. I really like that part of it too. So, I'd like to get to know like a little about you and like some hobbies that you enjoy. What is like your favorite hobby?
Probably reading. I read
Reading.
a lot.
What kind of things do you read?
Usually I read romance a little bit, not very much though. I prefer more of the
Yeah.
fantasy and like the realistic fiction kind of style.
Okay, yeah. What are you reading right now?
Right now I'm reading the Cruel Prince series by Holly Black.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of that. What's it about?
It's about this girl who's immortal, and she ends up living in the fairy world. Her and her twin sister do, and it's how she learns to fit in and things like that when the whole world is stacked against her.
Oh, that's really cool. Have Is this your first time reading it or have you read it before?
It's my first time reading it, so
Oh, okay. What is your favorite book?
my favorite book. So hard
Mm.
to choose one, but I have a favorite series.
Okay,
That's like
that makes sense.
It's called the Gallagher Girls by Ali Carter. It's about a spy
Okay.
school for girls, and it's just like the greatest book I've ever read.
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know if I could ever pick like one favorite book either. I really like this series called Elsie Dinsmore. It's one that I
I don't
really
think I've
like.
heard of those ones.
Yeah. I'll look up your series and you look up mine. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but it's really cool. It's kind of like historical fiction kind of. I really like history books, like whether they're real history or fiction. That's the kind of stuff that I like reading. But when I have time, I really like that kind of stuff. So, what are some other hobbies that you enjoy?
I play the flute and the trumpet,
Oh,
so I
okay.
enjoy playing those. My whole family does lots of musical things, so we
That's
play together
awesome.
and things like that, so it makes it really fun.
Wow, what got you interested in that? Just that your family was interested in it, or
Yeah, well, my grandfather, he was a band teacher and is still in
oh,
a
okay.
band right now, and so I grew up with going to his concerts and things, and I thought it would just be so much fun to be up there performing, and that's what really got me interested in it.
That's really awesome. How old were you when you got into that?
I was in fifth grade, so I think 11.
Okay. That's so cool. Yeah, I really want to learn different instruments. Right now, I know a little bit of ukulele, so I'm into more like stringed instruments, but I love like when you can hear like flute in different songs and stuff. I love that. So cool. Um, is it just you in your family who's into acting, or do you have other family members who are into that as well?
Well, my cousins that I mentioned earlier, they love making little home movies and things like that. They're not interested in doing it professionally necessarily. And
Okay.
I have a cousin who has been in a web series where he got to play Percy Jackson, which I think was so cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. And
But
is this an older cousin?
yes.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's really fun. I think it's really cool when your family have, like, my family, we're kind of all over the place. We all like different things. Of course, we have different things that we are interested in that are the same too, but I'm the only one that's kind of gotten into like acting, at least professionally as well. But yeah, that's really, really cool. Um, so, changing the subject just a little bit, I'm going to talk a little bit about traveling. What are some places that you've traveled to that are just super fun?
Well, I was actually born and raised in Oregon, so we travel there a
Okay.
lot to visit my family, which that's always so much fun. But otherwise, I've been to places like Maine, California, just random places around the country.
Yeah. Which part in California?
The LA part, Los
Yeah.
Angeles, like
Me
Hollywood and
too,
everything.
yeah. Have you gone to those, like a lot of beaches around there?
I've only been to the Santa Monica beach and
Mm.
pier.
Yeah, that beach is super cool. I love the beaches there. Have you been to any beaches on the East Coast?
East Coast, give me a minute, I'm thinking of a map in my head.
No, it's okay. You're good.
I don't think I have been to any beaches on the East Coast. I mostly stick to the West Coast.
Okay, yeah. Those beaches are super cool. I've been to Santa Monica. It's really cool like being there because that's a beach that's in a lot of films. So it's cool like later when you go back and watch the films and you're like, "Oh, I was right there." Like that's so cool. Yeah, that's really fun. What are some places that you haven't been to that you would like to visit someday?
I would love to visit New York. That's like a huge dream of mine to live there. And France. Those are the two places that I want to visit the
Ooh.
most.
That's a really good one. I've been to New York. It's super cool. I think like the city experience is super fun. I was only there for a couple days, but like it's so different from where I live. I live out in the country. So it's very, very different for me, but I think it's super, super fun. Are you like in a city or are you like out in the country more?
Well, I live in Cheyenne, Wyoming, so that's like the biggest city in Wyoming, which is still not very big.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so New York would also be pretty different for you, probably. Yeah, it's super
yeah.
cool. You should definitely visit. And France is also on my list. I would love to go there. And like, I feel like somewhere tropical too would be really cool. Like, my brother and his wife, they went to the Dominican Republic on their honeymoon, and they went like they rode horses on the beach and they went swimming with dolphins and I'm like, oh my gosh, something like that would be so cool. I
That
yeah,
sounds amazing.
I know. I'm like, oh, I want to go swimming with dolphins or like I have like a bucket list of like things that me and my best friend we really want to do together. And it's like we have like this shared notes, like how you can share notes on the iPhones now. So one of our things on that list is riding horses on the beach. So hopefully someday, someday we'll get to do that. What would be like something like a bucket list item of yours, like something that you just really want to do someday?
I would want to go see Wicked on Broadway. That's my favorite
Okay.
musical ever, and I would love to see it performed live.
That's awesome. So New York. Yeah, you should
Yep,
definitely go and do that someday. That'd be super cool. I think my mom has I think they saw my mom and my dad went and watched Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, which is like
that's
I'm like
amazing.
that's so cool. I know. I'm like, "Oh my gosh. I have a lot of family, so like there's a lot of different things that different family members of mine have done that I'm like, okay, that's on my list now. Like that's something I've got to do." But yeah, that's really fun. Um, so I don't really have like a lot more questions. We kind of went through it really quickly. Do you have anything that you want to add?
Hmm, not sure. How did you originally get started into acting and doing a podcast and everything?
Ooh, okay. So yeah, so like when I was younger, I feel like I was like 9 or 10 when I really got interested in it and was like, I don't know, I think I was like probably about 10 when I was like, okay, this is definitely like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to pursue. It's not just like a hobby anymore, like something that I'm kind of interested in. But yeah, I would always watch television, and my favorite part of any, like watching the movies or anything, I always really liked watching the bloopers. So like they used to have bloopers at like the end of the movie, sometimes in like the beginning of the credits. So that was always like my favorite part. I loved watching that. And then I just started kind of doing it, acting all the time and just putting myself in different characters. And then I finally told my mom, I was like, this is what I want to do. And she was like, yeah, yeah, okay. But I think it took her like a couple of years to really get it. Like, I was like, no, this is actually what I want to, like, I'm not kidding. Like, this is what I want to do forever. So, I didn't really start pursuing it, I don't think, until I was in my later teen years, like for real, full on pursuing it. But I really love it now. And like you said, getting into like different characters and being able to be someone else for a little while and just like studying that person, I feel like I like to be able to pretend to be different people and get into those different characters. And, being an actor, it's kind of like we don't have to pick just like one job for the rest of our lives. It's like, well, I get to do everything. Like today I'll be this person, I'll do this, but tomorrow I don't know, maybe I'll do this. So yeah, it's really, really cool, and really fun. Oh, I just thought of another question, and I know I'm going to think of more when we get off here, so I'll definitely have you back on here sometime. But I know you've done like a lot of different like things with your hair. You've like dyed it and stuff. What's like your favorite hairstyle that you've ever done?
Well, I love dyeing it hot pink and then having it straight, and so it's just like in your face.
That's so cool. I've never actually dyed my hair before. I'm like too afraid, but I should because I feel like it'd be really fun. My sister, she got highlights, and she has like long, long hair, so she got like these blonde highlights that looked really pretty, and I'm like, I should do something with mine, but I've always just kept it the same because I don't know, I'm too used to it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, my mother was a hairdresser for a long, long
Oh,
time, and
okay.
so she can she pretty much does all of my hair and everything. So,
That's so cool. So you get someone right in the house to do it.
yeah.
That's
Or I
awesome.
can just be like spur of the moment one day, "Hey, can I dye my hair bright orange?" And she'll be like, "Sure."
That's awesome. Have you ever done bright orange?
I have not. That is a color that
Okay.
she will not let me do because it would probably
Oh
look
man.
very, very crazy.
Do you want to do bright orange?
Not particularly.
No? Okay. What colors have you done?
I've done purple, blue, pink. I've done a lot of different shades of pink. I've
Okay.
dyed my hair kind of a reddish brown. I've done it blonde.
Okay, wow. That's awesome. I should do something. I'll have to think about it and do something. You've inspired me. Okay. Well, what would this is another question that just popped into my head. I know we talked about like different places that you would want to visit someday. What would like a dream vacation be?
Think a dream vacation would be probably getting to leave the country and go to France or Ireland or
Ooh,
someplace really
Ireland.
crazy that I wouldn't go to normally.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like so the same. I would definitely want to go somewhere like that you don't go to normally. I've been to a lot of different places within the US, but I would love to go somewhere like outside of the country. I think Ireland would be so cool. Just like get like a cabin somewhere or something. That would be so fun. Oh my gosh. It's on
Yeah.
now. I'm gonna put that on my list too. Ireland's a really good one. Okay, well, I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. And I definitely want to have you back on here because I'm like thinking of more questions in the back of my head that I'm definitely going to ask you later on. Um, but thank you so much for joining me today. And hopefully someday we'll get to actually meet in person, not just over Zoom.
Yes, well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
It's
of
been really
course.
fun.
All right, guys, go ahead and click the link in the bio, or click the link down below. Subscribe, comment your thoughts. Let me know some other questions that you guys might have for Grace for next time, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much, Grace.
Thank you so much.
Okay.